you recognize what we know in Washington. She's not only awesome, but she makes a real difference, and her time is well spent in Washington, D.C. And Maria, I'm delighted to be here today. Anne Marie will also tell you I'm the largest single contributor to her campaign, which the NRCC is. But Anne Marie knows this: I only have time for winning campaigns. We are trying to sell the fight again across this country, one which started literally 4 years ago upon the election of the president, because we saw firsthand, right off the bat, the stimulus. And you know what was next, and you know what was next. And then went all the way to health care, and then a president who already understanding what the outcome would be keeps pushing it. So today, I'm here today to give you part of the facts of the case so that you can understand why we are fighting. First of all, I got it from the second floor of the Holiday Inn, and I can see grease out my front window. How about you? Well, see, the White House understands this. And that's why their own website says we're at $16 trillion today as a debt, but they project out we'll be at 23 very quickly. How can anybody sleep at night in a good conscience, stay after what they're doing business as usual, knowing we will have gone from $9 to $23 trillion worth of debt during the period of time they've been president? Well, I'll tell you how. Because it's a direction that they're headed. He deeply believes in this direction. America should be just like everybody else. America should no longer be the leader. America should no longer be not just with American exceptionalism, but where the American dream is that which is talked about. It should be a government dream. It's a co-partnership. You know, where if you own a business, it was the government that got up at 6:30 and walked in and opened up the door with you. It was the government that did all these things. Ladies and gentlemen, that's not the way we ought to go. And if you want to really find out how strong that partnership is, be a week late on your 941 and find out how much your partner likes that. So where are we headed? Well, here's where we are. Essentially in Washington, D.C., we have to make tough votes. The difference between Nancy Pelosi, John Boehner, Democrats, and Republicans is we read the bills before we pass them. But we also empower people, not government. And this health care bill, which cost over $3,000 billion, $3,000 billion, the Congressional Budget Office says it is going to diminish 800,000 more American jobs between now and 2014 when the health care bill kicks in. 800,000 more jobs. Barack Obama says, right thing. You know why? Because it's going to save you how much you
that was very, very good. I passed that around.
Thank you. Mr. President, excuse me. I thought we were the United States.
Quite an
I
outfit
thought
here
we
today,
were a government of people, for the people, and by the people. So we're going to pass this on to the government, and we don't have to worry about it. That's how they think. They actually think this way, that as long as you don't pay for it.
Yeah, I'm always missing your speeches.
Right now, we also have a tough vote that we're going to have to make. Anne Marie's going to have to make it. We're all going to have to make it. We're going to have to decide what we're going to do about the tax split. You know about it. At the end of the year, actually January 3rd next year, taxes will go back to where they were before President Bush came into office. It will mean a tremendous, largest tax increase in the history of the world. But here's what the impact is. The impact is, and the Congressional Budget Office came out 3 weeks ago and said this: if we do nothing and taxes go back to where they were, we will lose 1,200,000 jobs rather quickly in our United States. 1,200,000 jobs. But if we do what the Democrats want to do, we'll only lose 800,000 jobs. that is to tax the highest wage earners, those people who are small business owners, those people who pay the bills, and the government, which is exactly what Barack Obama wants, to transfer the money from the free enterprise system to the government. Instead of it being available for you in your local communities, instead of rebuilding your business, it will be transferred directly to the congressional districts during this 2-year cycle. Wolfman, put your hand up there. This is Adam Wolf, and Adam Wolf is my adult supervision, and we're driving, flying, taking trains across this country. And Adam Wolf and Pete Sessions are going to be in California a couple more times. We're going to be in Florida. We're going to be a lot of places around. But we chose to come here for one reason. We need your help. Anne Marie Burkle is a part of an awesome team that is doing what the Constitution says, and that is a body of people who are there to represent the people. She's up every 2 years. She needs your help. The last part is, I know her well. She is competent, she studies hard, she shows up, and you get more than an honest day's work and an honest day's pay. You get a patriot and a fighter. Thank you for being here. Help us go sell the fight. Let's go win. Let's make Barack Obama one-term president, and let's make sure we hold the House of Representatives with Anne Marie Burkle. Thank you, and God bless you.
Back into a majority in the House of Representatives in 2010, and so we can hold on to it in this election and re-elect Anne Marie Burkle to Congress. Thank you very much for that work. And you know, how many people here remember 1980? Come on, raise your hand. Come on, admit it. Yeah, wasn't that a great election? You know, Ronald Reagan at this point was 7 points behind. They said he was too old, he was too conservative, he couldn't do it. Well, he turned out to be one of the greatest presidents we ever had. Well, my friends, we're going to do it again. We're going to elect a Republican president of the United States come November 6th. Do you remember what happened in 1980? Ronald Reagan carried New York State. Well, we're going to do it again for Mitt Romney this year. What also happened in 1980, a non-incumbent Republican challenger named Al D'Amato won the senatorship here in New York State. Wendy Long can do it again. We can win. And you know, we can win. We have the House, the presidency, the Senate, and Anne Marie Burkle will be in a position to serve this country well, get it on the right track, and to serve her district. That's why we need to get out there and work the way you've been doing. You got the best phone bank in New York State. You're doing the best job as volunteers. You elected her before, you're going to re-elect her again. Thank you very much for what you're doing. I'd like to recognize some of our leaders who are here, or have been here, and our candidates. State Senator John DeFrancisco, the chairman of the Finance Committee. Here he is. Thank you for what you do for New York State and for your district here. And the majority leader in the legislature, Pat Gilmartin, who is a candidate for Onondaga County. And Tom Miller, who's the Fayetteville Village trustee and running for the Onondaga County Court Judge. Right there. Sandy Ship, member of the Manila Town Board, who's a candidate for Onondaga County Clerk. And John Sharon is a candidate for the Assembly in the 128th Assembly District, right back there. Thank you for all you're doing for electing these great public servants to office. Thank you very much. God bless you.
All right, thank you everybody, and for all of you who can stick around, we're going to be going door to door today. We're going to be making calls to voters, so